right, so get ready, because today we are diving into something pretty unique. We're going to be looking at um, a concert. Well,
What?
not really like a typical concert with like a human singer. So, like, picture this, right? You got this hushed concert hall, the spotlight is shining,
Okay.
and there's a dog.
A singing dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
You might be thinking like a singing dog, really.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's stick with us.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, so it's not just any dog singing, though. It's like his farewell concert. This is it. The final law.
Oh, wow.
And he's got like a whole cat orchestra backing him up.
Really? A cat orchestra?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an intriguing premise. That's pretty wild.
Right?
It really makes you think about, like, what's the motivation for a performance like this? Is it just for entertainment, or is there, like, something deeper going on here? Like, are we seeing some kind of, like,
I think
emotional expression?
they talk about how the dog is performing and he's really like giving it his all, like every song he's just like, pouring his heart into it.
Yeah.
And they even talk about how he seems to be really trying to make this moment last.
Oh, wow.
It's like he almost understands that this is it. This is his
Yeah.
final performance.
I mean, that's what's so fascinating about this whole thing is, like, there's more and more research coming out now about how animals, and especially dogs, they actually have a way bigger capacity for emotion than we used to think.
Oh, yeah.
So, for this dog to kind of be aware of that,
Yeah.
that this is the end, and that he wants to, like, make it matter. That could mean he, like, understands his own mortality or something, even like a connection to the audience. Like, he wants to give them a good show.
And speaking of the audience, there's some lyrics here that might give us a little insight into that whole relationship between the performer and the audience. There's this one line where the dog sings, "With every note, a memory etched in hearts and minds we'll never forget."
Yeah.
It's like hinting at this shared history,
Yeah.
this bond that they have that goes beyond,
It's more than just a dog singing.
Yeah.
It's like a whole community coming together to experience something,
Right.
to remember, to make new memories. I don't know. It kind of makes you think about, like, how much we're missing when it comes to animal communication. Like, what if there are all these other ways that animals are expressing emotions and we just don't even recognize it?
Yeah, and what about this cat orchestra? I mean, they're not just background music.
No, they're like part of it.
They describe them as being like intertwined with his singing.
It's a conversational.
Almost like they're having a conversation.
Yeah. Through music.
Through music. And I mean, come on, cats and dogs. We all know they don't always get along.
Yeah. Not exactly known for their
Right.
teamwork.
So to see them like working together on this level
Yeah.
is pretty wild.
There's actually a ton of research on how music can affect different animals.
Yeah.
Some studies show that cats really like those higher pitched sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and dogs are more into the lower frequencies.
Interesting.
But for these two to be not just performing together, but like actually making music that seems to, work together, that's got to be like some next level interspecies understanding.
And then, okay, so get this. Forget the mic drop.
What does he?
His final song ends, and he just lets out this series of woof, woof, woofs.
No. Well.
Yeah. And then he just walks off stage.
Wow. I love that.
It just felt so deliberate, like he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
And it was just his way of saying goodbye.
We always try to understand animal behavior through our own lens.
Yeah.
But what if those woofs meant something we don't even get?
Totally.
It makes you realize just how little we understand about how animals communicate with each other.
It really does. This whole performance, from the lyrics to the cat orchestra and that final woof, woof, woof,
Yeah.
it just shows how much depth there is to animals' emotional lives and their ability to express themselves.
It really makes you wonder, if a dog and a bunch of cats can come together to create art, what other possibilities are out there?
Right.
What other kinds of collaborations and creative expressions are animals capable of? Maybe this concert is just a tiny peek into a whole world of animal communication and artistry that we're just starting to understand.
Yeah. A lot to think about.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.